Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for being here. I am a kindergarten teacher in the state of Florida, and today we're doing a day in the life, and today is Wednesday. So in my district on Wednesdays, we have short days, which I am so thankful for. I don't know how honestly I would have gotten through my first year teaching without these short days. I don't know if other districts do that, but I'm so thankful that my district does that. I currently am setting up like my computer, and I just put out all my kids' morning work. Basically our schedule on Wednesdays, we have all our core curriculum in the mornings, and then the kids go straight to special area after recess, and then we take them to lunch. And after that we have like 30 minutes to do a little like science activity, and then they go home. So they're all out of here by 12:35 is when we start dismissal. And so the afternoons usually we have, you'll see today we don't have any meetings, which is great, which is also why I decided to vlog, because I just have like more time. I am going to eat my breakfast currently while I get ready, and I have a little bit of coffee this morning, which I realized though the pod that I used is decaf, so it's gonna be more of a mental thing than actually helping me. But yeah, I'm gonna set up my slides right now. I started using slides. I didn't use it my first like couple months teaching, and I don't know how I didn't use it or didn't even think about the fact that I should use it. But slides keeps me so organized. It's so much easier. I don't have to like go to new tabs to pull things up. But I'm gonna set that up, and then I'm gonna eat my breakfast. So I have my coffee. Are you guys the type of teachers that wake up like hour before work? Because I'm not. I wake up like 30 minutes before I need to leave, and so then I just end up bringing my breakfast. And also I'm like not that hungry when I wake up. So today I just brought like a plain bagel with almond butter, so I'm gonna eat that. So I have a little bit of extra time this morning. It's currently 7:19. It's so early. It's so early when these kids come. But kids are currently going into the morning teacher's room, and we basically just rotate. There's 5 people on my team, and each week one person will have like all the kids that come here early start off in their room and just like put a little show on, and then at 7:30 when the bell rings is when all my kids come into my room. I find all my slides on Slides Go. I can like write that here. They have a lot of different designs. It's free, and it's just, you know, it's very easy to use. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna do this, and then my kids will come in, and I'll talk to you guys during special area. And then I feel like this past week has been so hectic, like last week, because we had all of our testing to do, and now this week we're doing Dibbles testing, so that's what I'm doing during like all my station time. And we're just really getting to the end of the year. Today is is it May 3rd today or May 2nd? It's May 3rd. I cannot believe that we're already in May. My kids finish school on May 31st, and I'm here until June 2nd. But even then, that's like, I know it's gonna go by so fast. And so I just cannot believe that my first year is almost over. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys and check in during special area. Have I had an interesting morning? It is currently planning time. It is 11:03. We had a couple of meltdowns, and I thought now would be a perfect time to share some of the tips I've learned over this first year teaching of basically like some good old de-escalation strategies that have actually helped me. Strategies for if you have students who have a hard time regulating emotions. I can group this into like defiant students or students who are just having a really hard time calming down from having like a meltdown, because I feel like going into my first year in kindergarten, like I knew that these things would happen, but I didn't know how often they would happen. And so there's a couple things that really help. So the first thing is giving the student choices. And so this can be something as simple as like if a student is refusing to pick something up that they like threw everywhere, you can say something like, are you going to pick these up by yourself, or am I going to help you? Because then that really focuses in on, okay, you need to still do this task, and I'm giving you options. And you can say like, do you want somebody else to help you, or do you want to pick it up and put it in this bag, or do you want to pick it up and put it somewhere else? It just like refocuses them on the task at hand and doesn't allow them to have any other option but completing that task. And the second thing that is really, really helpful is first then statements are really crucial. So let's say a student is refusing to do their work. I really focus on first we are going to do our work, and then you can do something that you want to do. So an example could be, first we're going to do our math workbook pages, and then you can color. Or first we're going to do this, and then you can have snack. So for example, like if you have a student who is having a really hard time calming down, and like I've had situations where like students have like taken their shoes off and they're like having a full-blown temper tantrum, I'll just like in a very calm voice, I will say, first we need to put our shoes on, and then we can like go play on the playground. Or first we need to put our shoes on, and then we can get a snack. First we can put on our shoes, and then we can do this. And you have to repeat it so many times. I think that's something that I didn't really understand at first, is that I would say not the consequences. I would say, like with both of these tips, I would say either the choices, or I would say the first then statement, and I would only say it like one time. But you really have to say it like multiple times in order for the student, for it to register. And you say it like in a very soft voice, and you have to be super, super calm, which is also really difficult when you have like a frustrating situation where you just like are trying to help a student and it's not getting through to them. So those are my biggest tips right now. I think also like doing any breath work with them, like just trying to calm them down. We always do breath work in the morning, so I remind them, I was like, okay, we're going to try to do our breathing like we do in the morning to calm down. It's going to help you feel better. Or even distracting them and talking about different things can help some students, but it's also so specific to that student. You kind of have to figure out like what is going to help the student calm down. And if all else fails and you cannot get the situation under control and you have your whole class of 18 students, that is when it is time to call for support from your behavior specialist at school or anything like that. And then I also really lean on parents. So I will, reach out to the parent. I'll say, hey, like so-and-so is having a difficult day. Is there anything I should be aware of? Like, did we not have breakfast? Did we not sleep well last night? Like, what's going on? How is everyone doing? Just so that you can get some more information, because it might just be something as simple as this kid needs to take a nap or this kid needs an extra snack. So those are some tips because I just kind of went through that, and so I thought this would be a good time to share. I'm just gonna like refocus on what I'm doing and get organized. I think I'm just gonna do their yellow folders, and then we have a super fun activity. Actually, I'm gonna tell you guys about this. So we are doing a STEM project, and they basically are making, I found this on Teacher Pay Teachers, and it's just like a STEM activity where how can you design a maze for a marble. We already did this whole layout together, so they put their materials, their team, and their blueprint sketch of like what they wanted their maze to look like, and then they're each going to get a paper plate, some tape, and straw to make their maze, and then I'm going to give them marbles, which I actually forgot that I need to look for the marbles. How did I forget about that part? We might not even get to that, so we might need to do the marbles and actually like the experiment when we get back like tomorrow. But yes, I'm just gonna like rest and regroup myself for now. All right, hello, it is the end of the day. It actually is already 2:31, so my kids were all gone and I finished card duty at about 1:05, and then we had like a quick meeting with our team leader, and we kind of just went through some of the important things that we needed to remember for the end of the year, and we are going to do like a 10-day countdown with just like different themes each day. So I kind of figured I could share those as just like ideas if you're looking for things to do towards the end of the year. So we're going to do, and it's just like basically each day is like a fun little theme, and not everything has to do with the theme. It's more of just like a fun little thing to do. So one day we're going to do bubbles, and all the kids are just going to get bubbles and like have time to play with them. We're going to do an art day. So there's this really great website where they can do directed drawing. It's actually on YouTube. I will write the name of it here because it is incredible. And then we're going to do a carnival day, which we're probably just going to do some sort of like science experiment. And then we're going to do a camping day. We might try to do solar ovens. I don't know how like far out I'm going to go for this, like if I'm going to decorate my room, because I've seen a lot of like cute stuff on Pinterest. But it takes a lot of time and energy to get my room decorated that way. So we will see if I end up decorating my room or if I just like do fun like camping activities, like we'd turn all the lights off and like have flashlights and read books and just things like that. And then we're going to do an animal day, an ocean day, a summer day, a glow day, which is like we might try to do a blacklight party. And then the day before the last day of school, we're going to do a choice day where kind of like the kids just get to decide what they want to do for the day, so they'll like have some choices so they can kind of like act as the teacher but not really. And on that day we another one of my like members of my team she has them like get shaving cream and like clean their tables and like do fun stuff like that. And then the last day of school, we're gonna do a movie day. So also in my district, the last like 3 days of school, I believe, are short days. So the schedule that I have today is the schedule that I'll have on those days, which will be nice to just get the kids out earlier so that I can do everything that I need to do to wrap up the end of the year, clean out my closet, organize things, and just like get everything set for like closing the school down. So those are a couple of ideas in case you guys are curious as to like what we plan for the end of the year. I'm just going based off of like what my team usually does, and then they usually like will share some resources, so that just makes it easier on my end, especially being a first year teacher. I might try to like rearrange some things and do things my own way, of course, but that's the overall plan. And then I just did a little bit of grading, so I need to file all of those. I have like a big organizer where it has all of the students' name, and that's where I put all their work in it, and then on Fridays I put it in their folders. I used to try to put work in there every single day, and I was like, why am I doing this? So now I just switched to having more of like an organized system, and then I can just like grab it from their folder and put it in their yellow folder on Fridays, so that I'm not doing like spending all my planning time organizing papers. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that I actually found this on Teacher Pay Teachers. It's like a free resource, and it is a first grader in training badge. Let me show you. And like you could also make this like whatever way you want to. And basically what I'm going to do, it says at the bottom, like, ask me how I got this badge. I'm going to use, I have so many of these, and each color, so let's say like red, each student will get a red sticker if they can line up quietly. Orange could be for like raising their hand, yellow could be for completing their work, green could be for like working quietly at station time, knowing how to do their transitions, and those are just things that they need to know to go to first grade. So once they get, I'm going to put the stickers basically like all lined up in these spots, and then once they get all their stickers, and they're going to wear these like during the day, and then I'm just going to keep them here. Once they get all their stickers, then they will get a reward. So that's just going to help, I think, with classroom management at the end of the year. But like I said, I'm just going to like keep them on this clipboard, but I have so many of these stickers, so I was like, it's a good way to use things that I already have. I'm going to go ahead and just like get organized. I have about 10 minutes until I'm going to get going. I have a couple makeup tests I need to do with kids. We started our end of the year dibbles testing, so I'm going to be focusing on that tomorrow. And yeah, I just need to get organized. I have all my kids' morning work already set up on their tables. I did want to mention that on Wednesdays, I am super lucky because there is one of our like teacher assistants. She comes and she helps me just like make copies and just help with like random things around the classroom, which is incredible because there's so many things that like things just take a lot of time. But yeah, I'm super grateful for that. So like if you're able to have that, that's incredible. Or even like parent volunteers could come and do that for you if you know you lean on those resources that you have. I'm gonna put these away. We're gonna start this next Monday. So I'm gonna put that in my Monday cubby. I'm sure I've showed this in other videos, but over here is like my teacher stuff, and these are like what is this called, drawers with each name on it. This is like some teacher copies of things. I have a substitute binder, I have a teacher resource binder, and I have a student data binder. So those are the things that keep me organized. You guys are currently sitting on my treasure box. I don't really know what my plans are this afternoon. I haven't had tutoring this week, so I've had a little bit of extra time to myself, which is nice. Yeah, let me just get organized and we'll get going out of here on time today, because Monday and Tuesday I stayed here a little bit later just to get organized, but today like it's 2:38 right now. Contract times ends at 2:45, so I'm going to stick to it and get going like right now. Do you want your boba? Why are you guys freaking out?
Because if I don't get my boba in 3 minutes, I'm gonna pass out.
I feel
are in the tiny apartment gym. I usually don't go here, but he's in town, so we decided to come here and we're just doing shoulders today. Yesterday we did back and buys and we went to like the big gym that I go to and he used a guest pass. But yeah, I stopped working out here because it really just, it's a tiny like shoebox of a gym and I just like mentally needed to be around people. So let's get into the workout. Also, side note, this outfit is from Amazon. Pop off. It's very summery, very fun, and I love it.